Alright, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today, I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on the Google Pixel 6a. Now, pre-orders for the Pixel 6a have just went live. As of the recording of this video, they went live a day ago. The recording of this video, it is July 22nd. They went live yesterday, July 21st, and the device will be available July 28th. Okay? And they actually have a really good deal for the Pixel 6a and the Pixel A earbuds. Okay? But let's talk about the Pixel 6a. Let's talk about the specifications. Let me give my thoughts. And then I want y'all to tell me in the comments if you guys and gals would be interested in me picking up the Pixel 6a and doing some coverage on it. You know how I do. But let's dive into the video nevertheless. So I already have it preloaded up here on the browser. Let's pull it up. And I wanted to compare it to another device that I've been really interested in the iPhone 11. And you guys and gals will notice that these devices compare extremely well. Okay, so starting off here, let's talk pricing. So the Pixel 6a is going to be available in one RAM storage configuration for $449.99. Basically $450, not including taxes. Now, that compares extremely well to the $350 price tag of the iPhone 11, and you'll see why in a minute. So let's talk specifications. So the Pixel 6a has a 6.1 inch full HD plus display versus the iPhone 11's 6.1 inch IPS LCD display. Okay, it's using Gorilla Glass 3. It's an A series, so it's not gonna have top of the line hardware in terms of glass and build, because the A series for Google is kind of like a budget line. It's a place where they can showcase their software. And you can see the 11, the iPhone 11 is very similar. It's a very budget-oriented but flagship-oriented iPhone now, especially considering that it's come down in price, right? Now, another thing here is that both of these devices are capable of running the latest version of their OS's respective software. Now for Android, that's Android 12 on the 6a, and for iOS, that's the iOS 16 beta or the latest iOS 15.6, which is widely available. Now, talking about the hardware, both these bad boys in terms of the chipset are running flagship chipsets from their respective houses. Now, the Pixel 6a is running the Google Tensor chip, which was first showcased in the Pixel 6 lineup, the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. So that's Google's partnered chip that was developed in-house with Google and Samsung. All right. Now, as I said before, it only comes in one RAM storage configuration, so 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of onboard storage. Now, that's comparing it up against the 464, 128, or 256 variant of the iPhone 11. Now with the iPhone, you just add $100 depending on the storage. So the base version, the 464 variant, is available for $350. If you want to go up to the mid version, which would be the comparable version to the 6A, that would be $450. Now, notice the price. So you can get an iPhone 11 mid variant, so 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of onboard storage for $450, or you can get the Pixel 6A for basically $450, $449.99, $450, however you want to call it. So it's basically a mid-tier smartphone, and honestly, looking at the specs here, now the display, good stuff, 6.1 inches, decent size, full HD plus display, really good quality, not super high resolution, but really good resolution display. Talking about the cameras, we have a 12 megapixel primary and a 12 megapixel ultra wide with an 8 megapixel front facing camera. Now that pairs up extremely well, comparing it against the 12, 12, and 12 cameras on the iPhone 11. So that's a 12 megapixel primary, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel front facing camera. Okay? And the iPhone gives you the ability to shoot 4K 60 on all the cameras. Okay? Whereas with the Pixel, you can only shoot 4K 60 with the rear, and you're capped out at 1080p 30 FPS with the front. But, and here's the big but with the Pixel, it's using the older camera sensors from the Pixel 1, Pixel 2, Pixel 3, Pixel 4, Pixel 5. It's using the older sensors, not the newer sensors that debuted on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. This means that Google knows these sensors for the Pixel 6a like the back of their hand, and they can optimize these sensors to work really well with their software, meaning that you're going to be able to get some really good camera performance out of your Pixel. And again, I think it will compare extremely well to the iPhone 11. All right. Now, moving on here, you do get a under-display fingerprint sensor. You do not have face unlock, whereas with your iPhone 11, you only have face unlock. I would really like Google to implement some form of Face ID or Face Unlock. It might not be as secure on Android, but it is a super convenient feature, all right? And it's a nice supplementary feature to the fingerprint scanner, all right? But as you can see, they both have AC Wi-Fi. They both have Bluetooth 5.0 or higher, okay? It's using USB Type-C version 3.1, so good stuff there, okay? And they all have the relevant sensors. Now, here's a little bit of a sore point here, and I think this is where Google tried to save a little bit of money. It's using the same 18-watt fast charging from the older Pixel devices, and there's no wireless charging. That's right, you heard me. There's no wireless charging. So it's only charging at 18 watts, which is comparable to the iPhone 11, which also charges at 18 watts. But the iPhone 11 also has wireless charging, whereas the Pixel 6a does not. But the Pixel 6a does have a bigger battery, and the A series from Google is known for having really good battery life. And all of the A series that I tested coming out of Google Camp had really good battery life, with the best one that I've tested being the Pixel 3a XL. The battery life on that was phenomenal from my experience. All right, so I'm a little bit saddened to see that it's not having wireless charging, and it's using the older 18-watt wired charging. Okay, but other than that, I'm kind of pumped about this device. It's an A series device. It has a primary 12 megapixel camera and a secondary ultra wide camera. So I'm super stoked about that. It's running the latest version of Android and it's available for a decent price. So I'm definitely thinking about picking it up, just like I'm definitely thinking about picking up the iPhone 11, all right? But I am disappointed that there is no face unlock for the Pixel 6a and there is no wireless charging. Now we do have waterproofing at IP67, so we do have waterproofing. It's not super secure waterproofing, but it's there. But that being said, the biggest sore point for me would have to be the price. $449.99 or $450. It's really missing some key features, in my opinion, that need to be there for that price point. Think about this. For that same price point, you can get an iPhone 11, which has arguably better cameras. Arguably, it has full waterproofing, and it also has wireless charging for a cheaper, if not the same price, depending on the storage variant that you go with. But aside from that, you can also get a device like the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE for pretty much the same price, for about $365 to about $450, depending on where you look. And again, arguably, the S20 FE has better cameras, all right, better software, okay, and it has full waterproofing and wireless charging, okay? And the list goes on and on. Now, we can even throw in the new Nothing device, which can be had for right around the same price. Now, you will have to pay extra for the Nothing device because you're gonna have to import it because it's not widely available here in the States. But it offers similar cameras, similar software, waterproofing, even though it's not technically on paper, and wireless charging. So to me, although I'm interested in the Pixel 6a, and it's definitely something that I kind of want to bring in and cover, it's just missing 3 key features that's kind of stopping me from pulling the trigger on it. Okay, again, no face unlock, okay, no fast charging, and no wireless charging. Okay, now can I live without those things? Yes. Would I have liked to see it at the price? Yes. But all in all, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. So we basically ran through all of the specifications and I gave y'all my thoughts on it. Now, I gotta ask y'all the question again. Would y'all be interested in seeing me pick up the Pixel 6a and bring it in and put it through its paces with my style of coverage? Y'all leave your feedback down below, okay? As always, all feedback is greatly appreciated. And remember, y'all, to keep it respectful, please. Also, I'll have the link to the website that I used in this video, GSM Arena, located down below in the video description. If y'all want to check out these specs for yourself, and y'all know I'm all about citing my work, as I always do. That's why my video descriptions are very jam-packed, okay? And let's get into a nice, respectful conversation about the Pixel 6a and whether or not you guys and gals think it's worth it here in mid-2022. All right, do you feel Google did a great job? Do you feel Google could have did more? And then also, another thing that I want to get y'all opinion on is the release cycle for bigger content creators. All right? I've been very vocal about this in the past, and I will continue to be very vocal about it. I really don't appreciate when content creators drop their coverage when average consumers like myself can't go out and buy the device and have it. Okay? I understand the need as a content creator. I understand the need of wanting to be first, feeling like you need to be first to get those views and get those clicks. But I absolutely cannot stand when you're bombarded with coverage for a product that you can't go out there and readily buy. Okay? That's like getting coverage on some new Jordans that's not going to be out for like 6 months. But because you have privileged content creators that, get the device early and they could drop their videos early as soon as embargoes lift, then you're bombarded with all this coverage for a product that you cannot go out and buy. I've been very vocal about this over the years. I feel as though content creators should hold their content until a consumer can go out and actually buy the product. All right? Because 9 times out of 10, when you're bombarded with coverage, you either buy it or you get bored with it quickly, to where when you actually have the opportunity to buy it, you don't really want to because you've been bombarded with the coverage so much that you lose interest. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you also feel that content creators should wait until consumers can readily buy the product before they drop their coverage? Or are you okay with them dropping their coverage as soon as their embargoes lift? Are you okay with getting bombarded with content that you can't go out there and readily buy? All right, let's get into a nice, respectful conversation about that as well down below in the comments. And as always, keep your comments respectful, please. We're all grown-ups. We should all be able to have a nice, respectful conversation. All right? And everybody's entitled to their own opinions, okay? All right. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there. And I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace.